Here now with reaction, editor-in-chief of LifeZette, Fox News contributor Laura Ingraham. Laura, if they cared about hacking, we've known that this has been going on. They don't care about hacking. This is about politics. Do you agree or disagree?
Totally agree. If Hillary had won the election, we'd never hear anything about this again. They'd move on to the other cause of the moment or the day. And remember, Sean, when we learned that the Chinese had hacked into 50 million U.S. personnel files, including mine. And I know that because I got a notice from the U.S. government saying that they would give me, I think, a year of some type of identity theft protection service because they had my background check when I was. LifeLock is a sponsor of mine,
Laura, and probably yours too.
Yeah. Well, they had a copy of my background check for when I was a White House employee or Supreme Court clerk or one of those two. So I don't remember President Obama ever taking China to task. They have 50 million files of Social Security numbers, home addresses, all of our siblings, all the places where we ever lived, of 50 million government employees. That's China. Now, last time I checked, they're one of our geopolitical adversaries as well. So you're exactly right. You're right on the money on this. This is all about sour grapes and trying to delegitimize the Trump victory, and also, I think, try to subtract from any mandate that he believes, rightly, that he has to reform the government. So they never change their ideas about policy, Sean. They just move their lines of attack, which is what they're doing right now.
It's funny because Obama did go on 60 Minutes and sort of exonerated Hillary Clinton over the email server scandal. Oh, it's no big deal. Now, of course, we later learned a 99% certainty that 5 foreign intelligence agencies were able to get top-secret information, special access program information. So he was wrong there, nor did he seem to care. So I've got to believe that all of this is politics. So here's my next question. First, they tried the recount. That didn't work out too well for them. Now they're trying the hacking. But behind the scenes, it seems that Obama and Clinton surrogates have their fingerprints all over this electoral college effort to try and get them to switch their votes. Do you take that as real? We're 6 days away from the electoral college voting.
I think we won't know until the vote is actually cast. I think the push to get all the Trump electors to watch or to get some type of intelligence briefing, I mean, that's really rich. I mean, why shouldn't the Clinton electors get a briefing as to all the things that you described in your monologue? The breaches into her system, the lack of transparency right off the bat, and all of her prevarication and misrepresentation, to put it kindly. I mean, they should get that briefing. If the Trump people are going to get another type of briefing, let's make it fair. So, but look, is this going to change the outcome? I doubt it. But I think a lot of this, Sean, is about feeding the beast of these activist groups that are really antsy and angry right now on the left. They feel like they put it all on the line for Hillary Clinton, even though a lot of them like Sanders better. They were suspicious of Mrs. Clinton for her ties to the establishment, but a lot of them kind of, bit the dust for her anyway. And now they're mad. And they need something to believe in. They need something to hold on to. So I think this is as much about getting email addresses and raising money for the next electoral push as it is about anything else.
Let me ask you this, because every bit of information that we're hearing, we all knew before the election. There's nothing new here. Now, the Director of National Intelligence, Clapper, the FBI Director, and the FBI itself, they've come to very different conclusions about this. There's nothing new here, so then that raises questions. Why is the media, and why is Hillary Clinton, who warned that Donald Trump can't do this, this has never happened, you can't challenge an election like this, that's not how our system works, how does she justify being a part of all of these efforts?
Well, I think it's kind of rich for Hillary Clinton to tell us that's not how the system worked, when that's the entire way she ran the State Department. Whether it was the influence peddling that we knew was happening, the use of consultants who are also on the government payroll, who are working for the Teneo Corporation, all of that shouldn't have been done. So whether Donald Trump decides not to pursue an investigation into the Clinton Foundation or not, we know what was happening.
But that's not his call, is it? Wouldn't that be the Attorney General and Justice Department's call?
Well, I think ultimately it would be. But obviously, whatever signal Trump gives probably is going to have some influence. But I agree. If you're going to run based on the rule of law applying across the board to all people, regardless of what their last name is or where they came from, And if there was real criminality here, or potential for real criminality, probable cause to believe there's criminality, then, I think you have to really take this seriously.
And the CIA, we know, for example, the Obama administration has a history of manipulating intelligence for gain, like in the CENTCOM scandal, but also, didn't the CIA write or rewrite the talking points as it all related to Benghazi? But having never spoken to anybody that was there on the ground, they manufactured it in Langley. By the way, and I'm not criticizing our intelligence agency, but there are some political agents there that would have us believe this was a spontaneous attack where people had RPGs and mortars in their back pocket and spontaneously pulled them out and attacked the embassy, which never happened.
Now, I think there's a lot of reasons to believe, going back to the Iraq War, that there was politicized intelligence that was being put out to the American public for a variety of reasons. And again, I think there's such noble, heroic efforts on the part of our intelligence agencies. And there's so many good men and women who are putting their lives on the line. We don't want to in any way cast aspersions on them. But the idea that it's just all sacrosanct because some anonymous source leaks it out of the CIA, I just think that's ridiculous. I mean,
all right, stay right there. We got to take a break.